Hi, Kavil.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How's your day today?
Uh, Hopefully wonderful. It's just, you can say, beginning of the day
Okay,
because my office work starts at 10.
okay. So we're meeting for the first time, Kawaljeet. So please, could you introduce yourself?
Mr. Gokhale, you are Mr. Pradeep.
Goklany.
Mr. Pradeep.
Goklany. Yeah.
Mr. Pradeep, I hail from Jalandhar. It is a small city of Punjab,
Okay.
and I'm a working woman.
Okay, very good. So are you in Jalandhar now, or where are you now?
No, right now I'm not in Jalandhar. It is far off. It is about 70 kilometers from Jalandhar. My working
Okay,
place is far off.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So did you have a chance to take a look at today's session material?
I just had a glance of it
Okay,
because I booked the session in the today morning only.
okay,
So before I left for the office, just I had a look,
okay.
and initially I couldn't get it. What is the meaning of this conditional situation kind of stuff? So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, don't worry. It's a very easy topic. I'll keep it very easy for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So just one thing I'd like to ask you before we start. There are some learners on the platform who just wish to practice speaking, and others who want to be corrected also. So would you like me to correct you if you make a
Yeah,
mistake?
I definitely. That's why I'm here on this platform. That would be better for me also.
Okay. So would you like me to correct you on the spot or at the end of the session?
And you feel like hardly matters because
Okay.
I'm here as a learner. I have come here to learn. So it
Okay.
depends upon the teacher. If you feel like correcting me on the in the middle of the session, you may do it. If you find it more suitable to get it done at the, it's all your way, the way you want to go.
Okay. I'll correct you on the spot then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that could be better for me.
Yeah. Then otherwise I forget some of the mistakes you make. So I'll
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Okay. So first let's talk about what is a conditional situation. Do you understand what is a conditional situation?
Actually, initially I told you the truth, I couldn't get it. But when
Okay.
I scrolled further, then I got to know, okay, what does it mean? Actually, I couldn't get it initially. What is conditional situation?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're put in some situation, then how would you behave? I think it is the meaning of that conditional situation.
Yes. So basically, it means a situation which is only imaginary. It does
Okay.
not. It doesn't exist. It is hypothetical. Hmm?
Yeah.
So it is. So in this hypothetical situation, what would you do? That is what is meant by conditional situation. Okay.
Right.
So so for example, have you seen this movie, Mr. India?
Yeah.
Very old movie, yeah, in which Anil Kapoor is the actor. Yeah. So
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, you've seen the movie. Okay. So basically, he appears invisible. Yeah, he's invisible because he's wearing something around his wrist. Uh, he wears something that makes him invisible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. So now let's imagine that you are invisible for one day. This is a This is a conditional situation. Yeah. So let's imagine you have the power to become invisible just for one day. So then what would you do? How will you use this power?
uh, in the movie, because when I went through this topic and got to know what is the actual meaning of the topic,
Mhm.
initially that movie came to my mind also. But if
Okay.
we remember, Anil Kapoor was imparted with some superpowers also. He was not only invisible, he could do lots of stuff, right? So two things are together here. One thing is being invisible only. If suppose I'm invisible, I would be invisible. Okay, then only I would be able to just bring the changes where some physical component is related. Like you are invisible, you want to display something from here to here. But if you really want to do something good, something big, you need to have some superpower also, I think. But if you ask, if suppose you put some child in this kind of situation, he would be overwhelmed with this kind of idea because I'm a mature person. So so many things are there in my mind, but I don't think just being simply invisible, those things would be possible to do, because being, I'm not visible, but I'm not imparted with some power. I don't have a power to do. And if it happens in a reality, I would like to change the mindset of the people. I would like to eradicate corruption from the system. That would not be possible just being invisible, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's imagine. Okay. If I consider myself, okay, because it's a hypothetical condition, I shouldn't take it to my age. I must take it like I'm a child. I'm being put in that situation. So I would like to just narrate you something. Every morning I go to the some
Okay.
park for my
Once,
workout.
you said I would like to. You said I would like to narrate you something.
It shouldn't be narrate. It should be something else, I think.
No, no.
To
Narrate.
describe.
I would like. I would like. I would like you. You should say I would like to narrate something to you. That is.
Narrate.
Yeah.
Narrate something to you.
Yeah.
I would like to narrate something to you.
Or you can say I would like to narrate a story to you, or whatever.
No, it's not a story. It's not a story. I think you just let me speak first, then you
Yeah. Yeah.
let me know what correct word I would have used. Every
Mm-hmm.
morning, I go to a nearby park for my workout. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a trendy these days also, and COVID has made us aware of that how important the health is for us. So in the morning, what I see, the parks, all the parks, they are full of the people. Somebody is doing some aggressive exercises, or somebody, there are some laughter groups. What do I every day notice? In some of the laughter groups, they try to create laughter forcibly, and in that process people create different sounds. And when the person like me, they are passing by, those sounds make us laugh actually in reality. So if I become invisible for a day, I would like to go there and tickle them, so that actual kind of laughter that comes in the air. or or as a child, I would like to go to some store, and I would like to pick some chocolates for me, or I would like to pick some chocolates or candy stuff and hurl it for the underprivileged children around. This kind of stuff, I think, at the maximum could be done.
Okay, very nice. So I like the ideas of tickling tickling people in the laughter club. I'm
Yeah.
quite familiar with that club. So I also think it's quite, they kind of do it, as you said, forcibly. They like force themselves to laugh.
Yeah. And that
Uh,
they produce different kinds of sounds in the process as an outcome.
mhm.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So coming back to English, just a few can say mistakes that I noticed was, you said you like to buy chocolates for me
To
when
pick
you
up some chocolates from the racks
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
So, yeah. So instead of saying chocolates for me, you should say chocolates for myself.
more for myself. Right,
And
right.
right at the beginning of our conversation, you said today morning. You said something about today morning I did this. So
Uh,
one doesn't say today morning, one says this morning.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Let's continue then.
Mm.
Okay. So now, so what can you think of some mischievous things that you would do now that you have the power of being invisible? Can you think of some mischievous things that you would like to do?
Actually, Mr. Pradeep, nothing is coming in my mind. Reason being, I grew up as a child who was full of inferiority complexes. Maybe
Okay.
that was because of my surroundings, because that will consume so much of our time if I would start telling you something about that.
Uh-huh.
So I remember I didn't do any such stuff in my childhood. I was eldest in the family, where the girls' education was not favored. you can say, and somehow I could achieve my education just because of my mom's efforts. So I grew up as a disciplined daughter, disciplined kind of. I mean, we were not permitted to hang out with the friends. I would like to tell you, I have been to the college, I have been to the university even. And
Okay.
in spite of being in the university,
Hmm.
I was there only just to be in the classroom, and once the session is over, the timings were over, so it was assumed that if my journey back home takes 30 minutes, so I would have been back in those 30-40 minutes. So I didn't do any mischievous kind of act in my life. Yeah,
But
rather than,
but this is
pardon,
you can use your imagination.
hypothetical.
Yeah, this is a totally
So I
conditional
think
situation.
maybe this is the reason that now, if suppose you are giving me the opportunity, I'm getting the opportunity, why the things are not clicking in my mind?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can't think of anything mischievous, maybe you can think of something helpful or troublesome, anything that you would like to do if you're
I would
invisible.
definitely like to help, because I'm a kind of person who never wish or never try to put anybody in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my basic nature, because maybe I was underprivileged. Maybe I grew up in that environment
Hmm.
where I was deprived of some opportunities or some materialistic stuff also, maybe. But no, I wouldn't give, I can't give any trouble to anybody. I wouldn't. I would be rather, I would try to be helpful to the
Okay.
person.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So now we'll go to another hypothetical, we'll go to another conditional situation. Hmm? So, have you seen this TV program Kaun Banega Crorepati? Uh,
Yeah, I watch it. Yeah,
okay,
on
so
and off, I watch it. Yeah,
as you know, the maximum prize you can win right now is 7.5 crores, right?
yeah.
So now let's assume that you played in you were on the hot seat there and you won. Let's say you won 7.5 crores. So this is a conditional situation. Now, what will you do with 7.5 crores? What will you do with so much money if you have won
Eh,
the maximum prize?
I would open a house for the old people, the people to whom their children they throw out. I would like to. This is my dream, which for the time being, I'm not sure that in future I would have that much of money, and I would be in a position to bring my dream into reality. But this thing I want definitely would like to do. That is for the old people. I have seen, because I belong to Punjab, and in most of the families, children have gone abroad, and their old parents they are alone in their houses, and there is no one to look after. I have seen so many, and whenever I come across such situation, or I meet some old lady or some old couple, so and I have discussed it with my children also, that if suppose in future I have that much of money, I would like to open some home. So I wouldn't call it as a orphanage, no. Some home for the old people, where I should have a big building, and I would try to accommodate as many as old people possible. And because we are to, then you are to have some team to look after them, because at this age, the maximum they are in a situation where they come across so many ailments, and they need somebody to look after them. This thing is in my mind. Yeah, I want to do something of this kind of thing if I have in this much of money with me in future.
Okay, now let's say you used up like 2 crores to set up this home, hmm, and you're left now with 5.5 crores. And what will you do with the rest of the 5.5 crores? Would you like to buy something for yourself? Would you like to buy something for your family? What will you
Actually,
do with so much money?
I think whatever is needed, because I have already enough.
Okay.
I'm already, I drive a good car,
Hmm.
and I myself, I have good salary, not maybe very good, but good salary. My children are grown up, and I'm at that stage also where we have realized that how much the money is important. Of course, everybody want to have as much as money is possible. But if I have to fulfill my dream and I want to keep that running even when I'm not there, then I would like to deposit that money in a bank so that whenever interest comes, that would be utilized to meet the needs to maintain that old age home.
Okay. Okay, very well said. Your English is really good, actually, Kawaljeet. You speak well. At least to me, you're speaking very well.
I always had this thing. Actually, Mr. Pradeep, maybe I know the stuff, but I belong to Punjab. Punjabi is my mother tongue. I told you, although I have been to college, I have been to university, but the environment had been that Punjabi. So, uh, although we were taught in English, but that language got confined to the classroom only. Once we were out, so again, we used to talk to each other in our mother tongue. Things I had in mind, like when I am talking to you. So maybe I'm a bit, I am getting confused. Maybe you may say that most of the time things are there in my mind, but when the actual situation comes, you can say, or I don't know why I can't do it on air, on the fly. Sorry, I can't do it.
Okay. Only one thing I noticed. You said nothing comes in my mind. There was sometime in our conversation you said that nothing comes in my mind, but it's not in my mind, but to my mind. So
Comes to my mind.
Yeah, nothing comes to my mind. That's perfect. Okay. You just
So then I realized that
Yeah.
I'm not fluent in English, and that's why I decided that. Then I came across this platform also.
Okay.
Initially, I hesitated a lot that should
Mhm.
I join, because when I watched some of the because I have been to YouTube just a couple of